want you to understand the environment that we're in. Welcome to the evil ex-girlfriend era.
What's up, fellas? It's your main man back on the scene with another video. That's what it's like when you're dealing with the lovely ladies in the courtroom. They have unlimited power. All they have to do is make that accusation and you hit. It's a wrap. And this is nothing new. Because the fellas have forgotten about Clint Eastwood back in '79 with that palimony suit with Sandra Locke. He was going through this. I don't think he was protected. We're going to go through the article after we check out this video right quick. Let me see. Make sure I got the speed. Yeah, 1.5. Let's do it, guys.
The money ran out. The money's done run low a long time ago. She married a dude who was, quote, willing to commit, and yet that fella ain't the bag, not nearly at the level that she was.
Yeah, when the whole checks run out, if you're a man of means, they're coming for you. George Foreman, Vin Diesel now, Tiger Woods, Puffy. There's some rich guy in this other video that they're talking about. That's how it is, man.
And as I said, it's not just about the money. She wants the status, the status, the status. I beat the drum like a sledgehammer. When I did that program about Diddy and Cassie, I told folks what it was the whole damn time. If you all remember, I was the only voice in media that was screaming through this microphone that she wanted her status. That what she missed was the fact that after she left Diddy, she became a nobody. She was a chick who wanted to be a star.
Attention, or should I say fame, is the most powerful drug. I believe Razor Ramon, I can't remember his real name, mentioned that. And you can look through history. Like, let's take Ali. People kept wondering, why won't Ali stop boxing? He kept coming back. He kept coming back. Because he was a champion of the world. That addiction to all those, you have millions of adoring fans. To give that up and just be Joe from Maytag is unbearable for many people. The same thing with Sugar Ray. He kept coming back. Because it's hard to be an ordinary Mo once you have all that fame. And that's also a problem with the ladies on social media. All that attention that they get, it's hard for them to give that up.
Marrying the personal fitness trainer didn't make you a star. It made you a laughingstock. Now, all of a sudden, she's got kids with this man. The kids are 3 or 4 years old, but she wants to go on tour? A tour that nobody asked for. That no one was clamoring for. A tour that no one requested. First she files the lawsuit, she hurries up and settles that, and then I'm going on tour. The money isn't enough. The guy she is with ain't the dude. He's a dud. He lacks the charisma, he lacks the presence, but worst of all, he lacks the status.
So even after she got the money from Diddy, she still needs that attention.
Of the man that she was with. And that man had the ability to make sure she couldn't get back on the scene anymore. So she made sure she did what she had to do. And I have to say, it was a masterful chess move on her part. If she wanted to get back in the limelight, even if it turns out to be a disaster, Diddy had the ability to stop that from happening. So she cleared the only real obstacle that she had out of her way. She demolished him. Now she's got the ability to get on stage. Although I remember people talking about that she had some sort of live performance she did years ago and it was horrible. So, all right. But did she take the $30 million? Let's just say she got $30 million. Let's just say that's what she got. I think she got considerably less, but let's just say she got $30 million. Okay, fine. I'll hand that to you there. After taxes, you can tell me how much you think after attorney's fees, how much will she get to keep? After attorney's fees, how much will she get to keep? For those of you who don't know, in cases like this, attorney's fees could be anywhere from 25% to 50% because these are basically considered to be personal injury cases. So after attorney's fees, how much will she get to keep? After taxes, how much will she get to keep? Seems like she's already calculating that she's not going to be able to keep that much. So she's like, okay, let me go ahead and start hitting the road again because the money ain't enough. And the man that I'm with is not enough. So I got to make up for that shortfall. And this all started because she thought her ship had come in years ago. And it didn't. She thought the ship had come in years ago. And the reality is it didn't. And she's been scrambling to get a seat back on that luxury cruise ship ever since. And the cruise ship that Diddy provided was not just money and crazy sex. He provided status. He
That's that drug again. All that attention. It's hard for him to give that up.
Provided status. Something she couldn't get anywhere else. A chick don't sit up here and shave her damn head because the man she's with ain't that dude. A chick don't sit up here and do this because the guy that she's with ain't the man. She does crazy stuff like this when the guy that you are with is that dude. And she went off with the personal trainer because a fella got to understand that when she flying high at this level, that's rare air that you can stay in. When she got busted up in pieces after that and couldn't fly anymore, she went scrambling for the little safe cornball beta dude, and she couldn't stand it. She took a taste of that retired, settled down, middle-class suburban life and couldn't stand it. I'm out the music business. I'm done with all that, okay? She was able to stay out of it for all of, a few years? And then she said, no, I don't have the status anymore. I need to get that back. And so she's gone on a campaign.
So let's skip ahead. And we're going to go to right here.
That are those top two levels, the top 1% and the top 10th of 1%. You are in the danger. You are in the absolute danger zone, top level, top priority, maximum danger, medium danger, that top 5%. You are in medium danger. Everything above that is maximum danger, but guess what? That top 5%, you are in medium danger. And then the top 10%, you are in low level of danger. You're in danger, but a low level, relatively speaking. But that means you got to watch out for hoes, hood rats, the low-hanging fruit. You're the kind of guy they can pick off with ease. That top 5%, you are in medium danger. You better watch yourself. That top 1%, you are in, or higher, you are in maximum danger. It is practically guaranteed in today's environment going forward. It is practically guaranteed that you are going to have a problem, that you are going to have some type of situation, and that it won't just happen just once. Jason, what are you talking about? If you all remember here, I attempted to warn people. I've attempted to warn them before. I've talked about these things and I've called exactly the way it was going to go. Exhibit B, Tiger.
So basically, you're a man of means. You are a target for the lovely ladies, for these predatory women, because this stuff is predatory. Let's keep it moving.
Woods. I'm the only person who sat down, grabbed those lawsuits, and read them to you all page by page, line by line, predicted accurately what was going to occur, predicted what was going to happen with his girlfriend, predicted how it was going to shake down, and that this has made a precedent for how men can protect their assets, even though most men will not. Tiger Woods played it very, very smartly after he divorced Ellen Nordegren. But the new girlfriend said, you know what? If anything go down, I'm taking it with me. If anything goes down. And so she filed a lawsuit because she wouldn't leave his house. He had his legal people trick her into leaving the house and go to the airport. When she got to the airport, they served her with eviction papers and said, you cannot return to the house. She then finds some scumbag ambulance chaser to file a lawsuit on her behalf. She's the girlfriend. She's not the wife. She isn't the mother of any of his children. They got no.
This stuff is insidious. Think about it. These chicks are not married to these dudes. They don't have no kids with these dudes. And they still can sue and take your money.
No ring, they got no kids, and yet she was going to court suing for millions of dollars. Simply for being his girlfriend. Millions. And you didn't hear female society in America screaming and shrieking that she was ridiculous and out of line. You didn't hear it. Not at all. Well, I'd like to tell you guys that was the end of it, but in reality, it wasn't. For those of you who did not know, in reality, it actually wasn't the end. For those of you who didn't know, Tiger Woods' ex-girlfriend actually filed another lawsuit. This is back in September.
For some tail. You got guys talking about tricking and all that stuff. You'd come out cheaper tricking. Get you a call girl, a maid service, keep your house clean. It's much less money than what they're dealing with right here. I'm like, you might as well, man.
She filed a lawsuit. Former girlfriend of Tiger Woods filed a 53-page brief in the Florida State Appeals Court in an effort to revive her public lawsuit against him after a judge threw it out in May. The document was submitted by the attorney for Erica Herman. Remember that one. The attorney for Erica Herman, who argued that the trial court erred when it decided to push the dispute out of public court and into private arbitration. The brief also restates that Herman, a former employee of Woods' restaurant in Florida, was subject to sexual harassment from the famed golfer. How many of you were aware of that? Way before Diddy, you had a girlfriend claiming, well, I was sexually harassed and I was sexually mistreated. Something you had never heard before. She didn't even say that previously. Now, all of a sudden, she was claiming that she was sexually harassed. And
you know why they make that claim. So check this out.
Therefore, should not be compelled to resolve the dispute in private arbitration. Herman's attorneys cite a recently enacted federal law that invalidates non-disclosure agreements and forced arbitration in cases of sexual assault or harassment. Cassie was lying. She lied through her teeth. She lied in front of the world, but she did it. I told you how she did it. She accused Diddy of a crime so that she would have an excuse for breaking the NDA.
So we're going to cut this off right here. That's what they do. Accuse you of a crime. And they all say it's the same playbook. Well, he did this to me. So they get around an agreement. We're going to take it back in time to Clint Eastwood in 1979. So let's, I queued this up. It's another browser. Check this out. This is Clint Eastwood, Sandra Locke. And she hit him with a palimony suit. Before there was Depp versus Heard, there was Locke versus Eastwood. In 1989, actress Sandra Locke sued Clint Eastwood, her romantic partner, of about 13 years for palimony. This is how that's even a freaking word is beyond me. And the tabloids went wild. I remember that. So it's 1980. I thought it was 79. It was 89. It was a celebrity bust up, replete with accusations of abuse. There it is. That playbook and wiretapping, all the more shocking because Locke and Eastwood had been seen as the golden couple and had made 6 hit films together. Yeah, they played movies with each other. I remember that. Eastwood was 58 at the time of the lawsuit, the same age Johnny Depp is now. Locke, who died in 2018, was 44. She said she thought Eastwood had ended their relationship in a funk of bad feelings because he wasn't #1 at the box office anymore, or because he was facing his mortality, as biographer Patrick McGilligan put it. The similarities between the two cases are striking. A younger blonde actor viewed as a lesser talent was pitted against a powerful male Hollywood icon, and so it seems odd that it hasn't been mentioned in the reams of hot takes about Depp Heard that have continued into this week when their jury is about to go out for deliberation. It's because people forgot about that, but I remember that. That's why I looked this up. I was like, this side of stuff sounds familiar. I remember Clint Eastwood dealt with this stuff. Let's skip through this. Trying to find a more. She's still married to blah, blah, blah. Feminist classic backlash. Oh my God. Called her a gold digger. Through the history, they started dating in 75. Yeah, I remember the movies they played in. Trying to skim through this. Look at this. Eastwood, meanwhile, dismissed Locke's second lawsuit as a dime novel plot. In his testimony in 1997, he told Independent, if you look at Locke's lawsuits, money was the issue. Somebody can make up stories and put on an act and play the victim. Some people feel that the world owes them a living It was the narrative that seemed to dominate coverage, though Locke herself had told reporters this was never about the money. It was about fighting for my professional rights. After Eastwood settled with Locke out of court in the second case, he said, look at this. I mean, this shit is insidious. She felt the lawsuit sent a loud and clear message to Hollywood that people cannot get away with whatever they want just because they're powerful. Nearly 30 years later, we found ourselves in a similar moment, wondering whether a powerful man will win his case. We're not going to go through that because we already know what happened. Yeah, this is nothing new. This started decades ago. Look, to find the meaning of Eastwood Locke, one has to look at how the case was resolved and the subsequent lawsuit Locke brought forth because of it. In 1990, Locke and Eastwood arrived at a settlement that included a $1.5 million development and directing deal at Warner Brothers that Eastwood set up for her in exchange for her dropping her palimony suit. In the ensuing years, however, Locke became suspicious when she said more than 30 projects she brought to the studio were rejected. So she sued again, this time accusing Eastwood of fraud and breach of financial duty. However, her lawyer, Peggy Garrity, argued that Eastwood had struck with Locke. The deal that they struck was bogus, a way to get Locke to back off her palimony suit as to keep her from working. This stuff is insidious. Check this out. This is why the West is doomed. And if you're a man of means, I don't even see why you would waste your time in the U.S. Unmarried Ontario couple had no children and no house, but man must still pay support. Appeal court rules. This shit is insidious, man. This is in Canada. A wealthy businessman will have to pay more than $50,000 a month in spousal support for 10 years to a woman with whom he had a long-term romantic relationship, even though they kept separate homes and had no children together. What the entire fuck? Under Ontario law, an unmarried couple are considered common law spouses if they have cohabitated, lived together in a conjugal relationship continuously for at least 3 years, but that doesn't necessarily mean living in the same home, the court found. You see that shit? Lack of shared residence is not a determinative of the issue of cohabitation. It's a wrap, guys. Why would you waste your time? You see this stuff. You are putting yourself in danger. Your wealth. You work hard, sacrifice, build wealth, and because she was your girlfriend, she could take your money. Passport bros, we up. Find your country where the laws don't allow women to take your money. This is why nobody wants to be in a long-term relationship, because of this stuff. Again, call girls for the booty, maid service for the duty, to keep your house clean. I'm just messing with you guys. I don't know, man. I'm real talk. That might be the better option because there's no relationship. You get the booty when you want it, and you keep your house clean, and it's much cheaper. Whatever works for you. We're going to wrap this up, guys. If you haven't already, smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button. Ring that notification bell. Share this bad boy out. Drop a comment below. And I'll see you fellas in the next video. Peace.